Hey guys, what's up? How's it going? Welcome to week number 8 of the Dividend Growth Investing Case Study. So in today's video, we're going to be focusing on my Canadian-based dividend growth investing portfolio with Wealthsimple's trade. So we're going to be diving inside the portfolio. I'll give you guys a quick little update. I'll show you guys what stocks I bought for the week, as well as what stocks I'm buying today. And we'll do a little mini deep dive inside the portfolio as well to see how our stocks have been performing. And like usual, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to see more content. Alright, let's start things off with a quick little portfolio update of our portfolio. Alright, so the first thing we're going to be doing in today's video is going to be doing a quick little portfolio update of our dividend growth portfolio. So that's the focus for this week's update. So here's our account on Wealthsimple Trade. As you guys know, we have a couple different accounts here. We have our main, all of our accounts added up together, which is about $120,000 give or take. Markets have been pretty interesting over the past couple days, which we will cover in today's video. First thing we have here is the personal account, the non-registered account, which is a small account right now. We have the RSP, which is our dividend growth account, and then the tax-free savings account. So the RSP is going to be the focus in today's video since that is our dividend growth account. And we'll do a quick little update on the returns here, and then we'll dive into the stocks, give you guys a quick little overview of all the stocks we hold inside this account, and then I'll show you guys the stocks I'm buying in today's video. So the one-day return for the RRSP is up 1%, $5.74. So obviously it's a small account. It's going to take some time to grow, but that's kind of just how it is when you're first starting off. 1 week return for the RSP is down -6%. 1 month return is up 2%. 3 month return is up 1%. And then all time should be around that 1%, $8 range. So nothing crazy, nothing big, but we are seeing some growth actually inside the account since the Canadian markets seem to be kind of doing okay. It seems to be bouncing back a little bit, but we'll have to wait and see what happens here. And here's a quick little overview of all the stocks that we currently have inside our portfolio. So here's a quick little overview. We have 5 stocks in total, so we're slowly been growing this out over time. And like I mentioned before, you know, you guys, if you missed the previous videos, check out the playlist because everything is in that playlist and you guys can watch them since we first started building this account, like completely from scratch kind of thing. But here's the stocks that we have. So the first one is ATD Alimentation Couche-Tard, currently up 6%, about $9. So this one has been actually doing pretty good. A lot of these stocks have actually kind of rebounded a little bit, so that's been pretty nice. The second stock we bought, I think in the last video, was CNQ, Canadian National Resources. That one is up 6.39%. So once again, looks like Canadian markets are bouncing up quite a bit, and we'll do a quick little market overview as soon as we're done this here. And CNR, our railway stock, is down -2%. Looks like the railways are struggling a little bit, but once again, this is a brand new portfolio, so we're likely to see a lot of dips, a lot of ups and downs, and it's not going to be kind of like down the line until we see consistent gains. So we just got to kind of get used to that, especially if you guys are starting out. You're going to see lots of red, lots of negative stocks. It's going to happen at some point in time. The next stock we have is Dollarama, up 3.23%. So this is some of our another consumer defensive stock doing okay. And then TD, you know, the banks have kind of had a rough year or so, but we did see a little bit of a rebound since TD was down, I think, -4 or 5% in the last video. We bought a couple shares when it was dipped quite a bit, and now we're at -2%. So we did see a little bit of a recovery there. If you guys want to follow alongside with me as I build my own stock portfolio, you guys can sign up to Wealthsimple Trade by using the link in the description of today's video. Wealthsimple Trade also has a cool cash account that currently has a pretty good interest rate of about 4% with no minimum amount. And if you guys are a premium client, you guys can get a 4.5% interest rate on Wealthsimple cash accounts as of right now. And Wealthsimple Trade is also doing a promo up until September 13th where you guys can earn 4 times the reward if you open and fund any account. This can mean up to $12,000, and you guys can use my referral code F14M1W to qualify if you guys want to take advantage of that offer. And before we go any further, I just want to do a quick little update on the Canadian markets since the Canadian markets have been rising up a little bit over the past couple days. So let's see how the markets have been doing as a whole. So here's a quick little update on the TSX heat map so we can see what the market is doing today. So this is just the 1 day return. So it's Friday, the 1st of actually doing this video, September 1st doing this video. And we've seen quite a bit of jump up in the market overall today. Like we've seen pretty much green across the board for most of the Canadian markets, which is looking pretty good. We're going to go to the 7-day return so we can see a bit of a bigger picture here because I think it's important to kind of zoom out for the week. I usually do these updates on a week or so, so we'll take a peek at the last week. Take a quick little peek at some of the sectors that are doing really well. So CNQ, obviously a stock we hold. Some of the oil and gas companies are doing quite well. We've seen a nice little jump up for a lot of these ones. Enbridge, Suncor, you know, all the big ones doing quite well. Basic material stocks, gold and different things like that are doing pretty good as well. And just the markets in general for the Canadian market is doing pretty good here. The one thing that I think we've seen inside our portfolio that hasn't gained up too much is going to be the railroads, specifically CNR. CP did get a little bit of a gain, but we hold CNR, so CNR has kind of been not really doing too well, but whatever. Again, it's a long-term stock. Every single stock inside this portfolio is long-term. We can buy and hold long-term, so we're not really worried about that. Going into some of the utilities, Fortis is down a little bit. But once again, we hold CNQ. That's the one we went with. Real estate is a sector we don't have anything in yet right now. I might buy some real estate at some point, but I'm not too sure. Looks like we did see a little bit of jump up in real estate for some real estate companies, but nothing too crazy. And then the banks are going to be some of the big ones, right? The financial services, and it looks like a lot of the banks have seen quite a bit of growth. BMO, BNS, Bank of Nova Scotia being the big ones, TD going up about almost 4% too, RBC kind of being not so much, and then CIBC actually just kind of just doing not too much though. I know CIBC does focus a lot on interest rates, so I'm not too sure what's going on with this. Maybe it's like interest rates. I know some of them did have their earnings report recently, so you guys will have to dive into that, but we're big fans of TD on this channel, but honestly all the banks are pretty good. And then some other big ones like tech companies like Shopify. We've seen Shopify have 18% this week, which is pretty crazy. So I'm not a big Shopify guy, but we've seen some increase there. Some of the telecommunication companies like TELUS, it's up 2.57%, which is good to see. Bell kind of not doing too well, but kind of just trading flat, I guess, with a little bit of a gain. And then some of the other consumer stocks like Canadian Tire is up 4%, so they're doing pretty good. And then if we scroll down to the consumer defensive ones, like some of the ones we hold like Dollarama, we've seen an increase in Dollarama. Metro is doing its thing, and then we have Couche-Tard obviously doing quite well. So overall the Canadian market has seen a bit of an increase with a couple small stocks not doing too well, but the past week has been pretty good. Alright, so let's take a quick little peek at the stocks I'm looking to buy inside my RRSP in today's video. So one tool I like to use to help myself when it comes to allocating my portfolios and setting up my buys and showing me what stocks I need to buy, since I do have a lot of different portfolios on here. You guys can see I have the personal account, we have 2 TFSAs and an RRSP now. I like to use a tool called Passive to help me kind of set up portfolios and set up allocations and kind of take away a lot of the hands-on stuff that you have to kind of manage. I kind of do it more passively with this tool, hence the name Passive. So we're going to go into the RRSP and take a peek here. And one of the things we've been trying to do is set up an allocations for our portfolio, for our RRSP or dividend growth portfolio, where we have about a 5% target for each of our holdings here. And we can see this little blue line is going to be that representation. The green line here is what it actually is. So some of these ones, obviously since we first started investing, we've been putting, it's going to kind of go up and down, and it's going to kind of like drift a little bit as you put more stocks in and you buy different things. So we're looking to kind of basically make them all the same over time, but it will depend on how many stocks we actually want to hold inside a portfolio. But for right now, we did buy CNQ in the last video, so we're going to add another model here. So we're going to hit edit model. We can scroll down here and we see we have 80% cash, so that's going to stay the same. Obviously as we add more stocks, it'll drip down, so we're going to put another 5% holding here. So I'm going to go through here, put 5%, and we're going to type in CNQ, and I'm going to stick that one in there. That's going to be Canadian National Resources, CNQ.TO. So we can punch that in. I'm going to hit save changes, and now we can see we have 5% of each stock. Just kind of wait for this to load here. Now we have our holding of CNQ, which is now in there as well. So in today's video, we're just going to be working on balancing these holdings out. We can see that we could buy some more CNQ. We could also buy some more Dollarama, since these are the smallest holdings inside our portfolio. And the other thing we can do is we could use like the portfolio visualizer if you guys want to see a visual representation of the stocks we hold. So if we scroll down here, we can see the tickers here, we can see the name of the companies, and then here's kind of more of a visual representation of the stocks that we're looking to basically hold inside a portfolio. And then we can also see like things like our projected portfolio growth, whatnot, with the different stocks we have here. So it's a cool tool, and I like to use it just to make my life just a little bit easier. So here's a quick little update on the stocks we're going to be buying in today's video. So I put $50 inside our RRSP. So obviously our RRSP is not our main focus. It's in a retirement account, so I'm just kind of sprinkling a little bit of cash here, usually just once a week or so. I'll put like $50 or $100, whatever it is. The rest of our cash is going inside my fiance's TFSA, which we have been buying stocks, and I usually do an update on that like every second or third week or once a month kind of thing. So if you guys want to see what stocks I'm buying, check out that video. Otherwise, there are links in the description of this video to apps like Blossom Social, where you guys can see all the stocks we're buying in real time. But anyways, here's the money we're buying today. So we have $50 to buy today. If we go back to passive, like I mentioned, we could buy some Dollarama or some CNQ, and I think that's what I'm going to be doing here. So I think what I'm going to be doing is buying some more CNQ in today's video. We could split it, but I'm just going to keep it simple and easy, since it is our smallest holding. We have $53 of CNQ, $88 of Dollarama. So we'll just go here and buy some CNQ, I think. Obviously the stock is doing quite well there, so we'll go through here, click on CNQ. We're going to go fractional buy since we only have 50 bucks. We'll put that $50 in, and that's going to go through in at the end of the day. So that's our fractional share. That's our buys for today's video. And I will do a quick little update actually on the previous buys for this account. So we'll go into the filter section here. We'll go filter this, and let's go by buys. And I'm going to go, we'll pick our RRSP so we can filter this. And hopefully that'll pop up here. I'm just going to see if it'll pop up. Looks like it's not popping up there. Let's try this one. There we go. So we got the buys to pop up here. And again, so CNQs are pending buy right there. And then our past buys, we bought CNQ last week. We bought CNR, TD. And once again, we're just kind of bringing up the balance inside this portfolio. I've kind of set up this portfolio to be consistent. And really, we don't have to worry too much about what stocks to buy. We can just buy these and hold them long term because they're good growth, long-term based companies. We're looking to hold them for the long term. The only time we will probably like kind of deviate from that strategy is if there's a big change in the markets. Like if the financial sector drops quite a bit, we might pick up, focus a little bit on a bank stock or something like that. But otherwise, we're just focusing on kind of bringing balance inside the portfolio and buying these good long-term good quality dividend growth stocks. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. So like usual, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the series. If you guys enjoyed the video, smash the like button and remember to subscribe to the channel if you guys want to be notified of when I do these updates. If you guys are new to the channel and you're watching this update for the first time, be sure to check out the playlist. There's lots of older videos as well as some other content on my channel if you guys want to see more Canadian-based investing content. Otherwise guys, thanks for being a part of this. I hope you guys have yourself a good week. Take care, have yourself a good one, and I'll see you guys later.